Alright, so a few months ago, I took a trip to upstate New York, which was a lot of fun. We rode out on the bikes, we brought everything we needed with us, got an Airbnb. It was a great time. Got tail bag, backpack for myself, and rode out. Now, I am completely spoiled with going to North Carolina and riding all the roads down there. So, I have to say, New York was a little underwhelming for what I was expecting. That being said, it's not particularly tight. They are they overuse the twisty road signs. You can see it in the videos that there are these caution, twisted roads, and they're more like sweepers. I will say I think a lot of that has to do with the state speed limit is 55 miles an hour, so the roads definitely have to attune to that. That being said, the road quality was really good. The roads themselves were fun, but it was just a lot more like big, high-speed sweepers compared to tight, technical roads like the Tail of the Dragon or even Moonshiner to a point. It reminds me a lot more of like the Cherry Hallis Skyway or the Foothills Parkway. Those definitely more in line with how upstate New York felt. We were in the Lake George area, and I highlighted Route 9N. It goes up the western side of Lake George, and it's a great road. It's a lot of fun. We were there. I can't remember exactly what date it was, but there was a big car show in town. It took us 45 minutes to get through the town of Lake George, but outside of that, it was absolutely dead. So that was super nice. It really allowed us to just kind of ride it at our own pace. New York was a lot of fun. We came across New Hampshire through Vermont up towards Salem, and that's where we based out of for 3 days, rode around all through upstate New York. And then on our final day, we rode up to Essex and took the ferry across Lake Champlain. That was really cool. Got off in Charlotte, Vermont. We hopped on 89 for, I don't know, 30 miles or so. And then got off in Barrie and took the back roads. I think it's 302 to 25, and took that all the way down. And then into New Hampshire. So that was, I think we did it about 1,000 miles, 900 miles from start to finish. It was a lot of fun. It was definitely a little interesting on the way home, riding, fairly aggressively with all of the gear I brought. With a tank or a tail bag and a backpack on, it was a little bit more difficult. But out of Salem, we did get rained out one day. We didn't really have any set plan of where to go. So the first day, we did a big loop around Lake George, and we took 9N up to Ticonderoga, and then 28 back down. 9N, fantastic, highly recommended. 28 was very straight. It looked good on the map, but when we actually got out there, it was fairly straight. So I wouldn't recommend that if you're looking for, you know, some more twisty, turny drives. If you're just going out to cruise, I think upstate New York's gorgeous. It's fun enough that you have a good time on the cruise. The scenery is gorgeous. All around the lake was phenomenal. But yeah, definitely more of a cruiser kind of ride than what I was expecting and looking for. But that's part of the adventures, going out, finding new places, and seeing what it's all about. That being said, I don't know if I'd go to that same area again. I think I would probably pivot and maybe go further south or further west and try and get more up into the mountains. Perhaps there's some twistier stuff out there. We did get rained out one day, which was unfortunate, but I'll leave you guys with this little tidbit that my buddy said at the end of this ride, because we had been searching for stuff for a while.
That got significantly more fun once we got out of town.
That was a nice section right there.
Yeah.